I suppose I want to start very briefly to talk about the important role that architects play in the BIM process, and of course I would say that as an architect, wouldn't I? But I suppose if you think about it, every project, every building, and the information about every building starts its life with the architect and the architectural profession. And often the approach that's taken in those early stages of the project will sort of determine how the project goes. And the big, beautiful, simple idea of BIM is that we can virtually build this building. We can build a building twice, and in this virtual environment we can resolve issues, we can make mistakes, we can fix mistakes, we can deal with issues before we have to spend real money on labor and materials. Now that's the idea. Architects are well positioned to carry out that role. They have the training to do that. Some of them might need to learn a bit of software, but that's really the easy bit. The ugly reality is that many architects, that can't choose the way in which they implement that process. The architects are engaged and employed by clients, and if they're not engaged and employed with clear instructions to go and build that virtual building first before building, then that's not going to happen. So I suppose the big message from the Institute of Architects is to clients: if you're going to get the cheapest price and not give people good, clear instructions on what to do, you're basically going to get what you ask for. So, we have to work together. You probably won't get a lot of architects describe design in this way, but design, in my opinion, is information. Like the way we communicate design is through information to other people. So, traditionally, we shared information in documents, drawings, schedules, specifications, etc. The modern way, I suppose, we would share that information as data, as models, graphical models, non-graphical models, etc. So we're somewhere in between, I suppose, at the moment, between this world of paper and data, and some are more further along the journey than others. The RIAI, I suppose, has always been very committed to this process of digital construction. In fact, was one of the founding members of CETA, which was 12 years ago. So, the architects have always been up for it, if you like. We are very concerned, though, that BIM is implemented in an organized, strategic, and efficient way that doesn't sort of impact negatively on small enterprises. So, 80% or more of the practices in the RIAI would be small practices. So we've got to do this in a clever way. And we also need to do it in a way that's not wasteful. The whole process brings value to clients. And the RIAI, just to say, is very committed to the vision of the Construction Industry Council, which was published probably a year ago now, in terms of following BIM in a standardized way. Standards are emerging in the UK and Europe. So just briefly about the subcommittee. So there's 10 people involved in the subcommittee. There's a good balance between large practice, small practice, public sector architects. There's probably not a good gender balance, but that's not by design. It's a volunteer group that gives their time, I suppose, to help develop tools and information to support the profession. It was established in 2011, and in that time, I suppose we've achieved a number of important things. We've got the RIAI Council to adopt PAS 1102 as an official standard, I suppose, in 2013. We've developed some useful documents for industry. So there's a template, Employers Information Requirement document, and a template BP document. Two very key documents, if you're going to follow the process according to PAS 1102. So just to help people get that started, we've obtained some legal advice on using BIM protocol on Irish contracts. We've produced a lot of advice notes for anybody who wants to listen on how to follow these processes. We've put on events, we've put on CPD, etc. So busy enough, I suppose, over the last couple of years to look into context of the BIM landscape, obviously we're only one of the main professions, and most of the professional bodies now have a working group or committee that are looking at BIM. The CIC, which is the Construction Industry Council, which represents the 6 major professions, has a BIM working group. CETA and Enterprise Ireland obviously have been doing a lot of work over the last number of years to promote BIM, and through the CETA BIM group we have also tried to tie together with other institutes that are relevant to the profession. We have the National BIM Council, which was started a year ago by Enterprise Ireland with some industry leaders in both the private and public sector to try produce a position paper for government on what to do about BIM. And through the NBC we have lots of good connections with a lot of the government departments. I won't put all the logos there, but those are some of the departments that have taken an interest. The National Standards Authority of Ireland has set up a technical mirror committee to deal with standards and follow what's happening around Europe. So you can see there's a lot, I suppose, the landscape in Ireland, there's a lot of groups and committees. And our committees obviously just might look like one pretty small part of that, but I suppose what's interesting is, David O'Connell from our committee is heading up the CIC committee, so Michael Early and Bernard Footman and myself are quite involved in CETA, myself and Jared Burke and involved in the NBC. Jared Burke is an architect for the OPW, and through the OPW is connected to the EU BIM task group. David O'Connell and myself are sitting on the NSI committee, and through that we're connected with the European group on standards, and through the RIAI we're also connected with the Architects Council of Europe. So architects are playing an important role, I suppose, in terms of the BIM landscape in Ireland. But of course, I think CETA is important to point out the work that CETA have done over the years, and an important part in trying to connect all these efforts. So CETA is a multidisciplinary group. It's not affiliated with any particular profession, but it's playing a key role in the development of BIM. So, you would, when you look at all those groups, there is a danger, I suppose, that we could form a lot of silos, and people will be doing stuff and going off in different directions. So our closing message is, we have to work together if we're going to do this in an efficient way that's not going to cost people money and have an effect on small business. So we need to collaborate rather than pull against each other.